Hi, welcome to Simple Logistics channel. Today I'm here to discuss or to talk a little bit about the logistics of the COVID-19 vaccines, especially the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine that was recently announced. So there are very good, promising results, and they are applying for, emergency use authorization. So probably that is going to start distribution in the next few days. It's probably one of the first vaccines that will start to be distributed worldwide. Pfizer has just released press briefing or some press release material, and where they describe their logistics planning for the distribution of these vaccines. The first thing that I have to mention is I already mentioned that in another video, but that's more clear now. Pfizer specifically mentions the temperature for the transport and stocking of these vaccines. So the temperature must be minus 70 Celsius degrees with a range of plus or minus 10 degrees. Just to give you an example, that's colder than winter in Antarctica. So it's really, really, really cold. You need specialized freezers to reach that kind of temperature, keep these vaccine frozen until it's time to use it. Even in rich countries like the US, there is no infrastructure at the city or county level everywhere to keep these vaccines cooled. So what Pfizer is mentioning, or their plan says, is that they are going to distribute these vaccine doses in coolers, small containers that can keep the temperature within this range of minus 70 plus or minus 10 Celsius degrees for about 10 days. After that, the vaccine can be cooled in a common freezer somewhere around 2 to 8 degrees Celsius. It will last for another 5 days. This, in Pfizer's point of view, is enough time for the vaccine to reach anywhere in the United States, for example. So they are saying they can distribute to most cities in the United States between 1 and 2 days. I would say distribution for Europe, it would take a little bit longer than that, but using air transport, and it will probably receive priority treatment in customs. I would say 3 to 4 days to reach anywhere in Europe. It gives enough time for drugstores, hospitals, clinics everywhere to use these vaccines. For other countries, especially low to medium income countries, because of lack of infrastructure, lack of a transport infrastructure. Today, many vaccines are spoiled during transport in these, especially the poor countries. UNICEF mentions somewhere between 5 to 20% of vaccines today are spoiled because they are not kept at the required temperature or something like that. For poorer countries, these constraints or these requirements of the Pfizer BioNTech vaccine are really a problem. So they are an issue. I would say that distribution for most of these poorer countries is going to be pretty much near impossible. The good thing is Pfizer BioNTech vaccine is not the only one that is getting good results. Already there were results published about the Moderna vaccine, which doesn't require such a low temperature. It requires minus 20 Celsius degrees, which is still a challenge, but it's overall more stable, and they mentioned it can last longer using the common temperature range of vaccines today. So Moderna's vaccine, it will probably be easier to distribute, and there are other vaccines on the pipeline coming, like the Oxford vaccine, which will require common fridge temperatures. Coronavac from Sinopharm from China. Also, it will not require these deep freezing temperatures. Sputnik V from Russia. Also, it seems easier to distribute. The other vaccines use more traditional approaches to vaccine manufacturing, and they are more similar to the vaccines we already have today, and they seem to be more stable and to last longer in less cold temperatures. So I would say these other candidates probably they will suit better the needs of low-income countries. And because of manufacturing capacity is also limited, it's good that several manufacturers are developing and are entering the final stage to start distributing these vaccines, pretty much all of them at the same time. It doesn't require that one single manufacturer produces all the doses that will be necessary to inoculate the whole world population. If 2 doses are required per person, we will need about 10 billion doses of a vaccine. That is simply unthinkable. That is too much, and not one, not two, not three manufacturers together will have enough manufacturing capacity to deliver all these doses of vaccine. Pretty much we will need all of these candidate vaccines to reach their final stage of production and to be available for countries. And some of them will be more suited to rich countries, other will be more suited for distribution in low-income countries. But overall, prospects now are good. We will not have vaccines distributed for the general public this year. So probably this year only medical personnel, first responders, and these kind of people will receive vaccines in some countries, not in all countries. And we will have vaccines available for general public only next year. It will take probably 1 or 2 years to inoculate the whole world population, but we already are seeing improvements in the situation, and I'm optimistic. I can't wait for these vaccines to arrive and to be available for everybody, because I guess I am feeling the same as many of you guys. I am tired of staying at home, of avoiding social gatherings and stuff. So it would be nice to have these vaccines as soon as possible. Okay, so that was all that I had for today. Please leave your comments, your feedback below. Thank you. Bye.